live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. A season ago, Clark, they won the matchup, winning 3 and losing just 1.
And they were able to...
Now, folks, and the fulfillment of a lifelong dream, a special individual taking to the hardwood as we'll get to watch the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
And what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like a million miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
Dallas making a switch here. Borea's checked in. And for Raymond Felton, last year was nothing short of a disaster. Missed the first 31 games with an ankle injury sustained in preseason. And he played for a poor team. And things, Greg, being the lead of the ball handler like you were, they just never got much better for Felton as the season went on.
Yeah, the problem when you have that issue early on, the season isn't going to wait for you.
Right.
You're basically in catch-up mode, and so because of that, he never got into any kind of a rhythm when he was available to play. And that's not surprising, given that he averaged less than 10 minutes a game for the season after averaging 33 a game for his entire career.
Freak knocks down the 3-ball. Freak makes the bucket. An important momentous occasion for this young guy, getting his first points in an NBA uniform. In the corner, Parsons with it. From 13, rebound by the Suns.
Getting back to Raymond Felton, it looked at one point like he would become the league's next great playmaker, drafted 5th overall in 2005. Immediately after Darren Williams and Chris Paul. Felton never quite reached the stratosphere of his fellow draft mates.
Now here's Borea. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Nowitzki a screen. Outside, Felton. Out to the right wing. There's the 3. And Borea with the basket on the assist by Felton. Borea's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Suns trail by 8.
And one last thought about Raymond Felton. I really feel like he's at that classic crossroads in one's career. If his conditioning is there, if he's healthy, he still has the skills and the moxie to make a difference. It just comes down to him wanting to make that effort, which gets harder after a decade of wear and tear on your body.
Nowitzki a screen. Outside, Felton. Passes it to Borea. Takes a 3. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And the trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well, Greg. They've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Mavericks leading by 4. Borea with it. Nowitzki outside. He dishes it to Felton. And it's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
Kevin, a look here at how the Suns ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in fast break points, 6th in steals. And they were one of the top 10 teams in the league at scoring points off turnovers. I'd call them a very opportunistic team.
And as you pointed out, when it came to running the break, I mean, they were terrific. They left teams really just grasping for breath and unable to match that breakneck pace.
Powell, he's jacked in for Dirk Nowitzki. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Nobody near Parsons. kept alive. Here's McGee. Can't connect from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Rick Carlisle. Doris?
He told me that they'll have their work cut out for them looking to score inside with the elite shot blocker and defender Tyson Chandler patrolling the paint. He said he was the Defensive Player of the Year for a reason. He's got length, mobility, toughness, and the want to. He brings effort and communication defensively, and you can't forget about him at the other end either. An improved shooter, and he can definitely finish. Kevin, a ton of respect for what Chandler brings to the table.
All right, Doris, thanks. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. Here's Freak. He's got 6. Well, with Freak, Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Suns trail by 4. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Chandler is screen. Freak with it. Now Felton defending. Here's Freak. And it falls over the rim and in. Freak's got 8 points. And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
1:19 left to play in the first quarter. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. They don't. In with Freak. Barea kicks to Powell. Tries to snap the cold streak. The shot misses.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Now here's Freak, guarded by Barea. And that one's good. Freak.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
Mavericks trail by 3. 52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
And stolen by Parsons. Fast break, Dallas. Here's Felton. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
How about up over the 80% mark from the line last year? So he's happy and also consistent there with those numbers.
That's good from Raymond Felton. The Phoenix Suns weren't terrible at home. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Bledsoe and I to the backcourt. Len out there with Mirza Teletovic. And it's Freak in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
You know, when you talk about the Suns, their play at home sums up their season. When you are just above average in the West, you won't be in the playoffs. You've got to be really good at home to make it in the West in the playoffs.
Shoots from the high post. Almost, but it rolls out.
Boy, he shredded the D with the patented crossover, but just couldn't convert.
It's Williams with the drive. Kicks it out to Nowitzki for the three. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. 10 points for Dirk Nowitzki.
And Phoenix had some turnover issues at home last year, but overall, and to drive this home, they just were okay here in this building, and that's not going to cut it.
Here's Len, and the layup's good off the glass. Len's got 9.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
The Mavericks trailing. And here is Williams. He's got 14. Inside, runner in the lane. Bank shot, no good.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside, but he can't get it going here.
Dallas has gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Now here's Barea. Not a lot of room. Outside Williams. And stolen by Freak. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist by Freak.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Barea dishes to Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. Matthews passes to Nowitzki. Just 5 to shoot. The three-pointer is right on target. Nowitzki's got 6 points in the quarter.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Bledsoe kicks to Freak. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
Here's Bledsoe. Finished off the break. Bledsoe's got 9. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Here's Barea. He's got 6. Outside Williams. Williams double team. Puts it up from 12.
Just has lost the feel in terms of scoring here in the second quarter.
Suns lead by 4. And when you watch Wes Matthews, you see he's just a fantastic perimeter defender, Clark. He can match up well at either the 2 or the 3.
His combination, Kevin, of length and strength and lateral movement make him an outstanding defensive player.
Now Freak 15 points in the game. Shot clock at 5. Expanding his range. And that one's good. Freak's got 18 points in the game.
Now he's starting to pick up from what he accomplished in the first quarter, where he made 3 of his 3-point attempts.
And now, your Suns dancers.
PJ Tucker, he's checked in for the Suns. And so we conclude the first half. The Suns on top as they end the second quarter.